Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to FF episode 1680. I am dragging this out because my website is taking forever to load. And 1688, my friend. Wow, where did the time go? I'll tell you something. Last week was a busy one. It was a mishmash of craziness because I had to train certain people to do my job.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Since I'm going to be off in a foreign land called Florida in about a week. Yeah, so
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I'm going to be there and it's going to be hot, but there won't be any hurricanes. That's my plan to say, so that I've got brains and I'm going to swim in the water. And swim and swim and swim, and I'm going to say hi to my mom, and we're going to swim. It's going to be great because water is important.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
To cool you off in the hot, hot heat of Florida. And that's about all I have for
Mike's
that part of the show.
Daily.
Now here's the next part.
Podcast.
The part where I talk about how I am so happy. I'm very, very happy. I had a wonderful walk with my lovely lady friend last evening. We had a great weekend together. We did some cooking. We did these amazing little, well, they were supposed to be biscuits, but we saw that the dough wasn't really, rolling off on its own to be able to sit on the cookie sheet. Look who walked in. So we stuck them in muffin tins and made little muffins out of them. It was so good. Blue goat cheese. I know some of you go, goat cheese. Ugh, that's so bad. And then there's the goats do kind of a sound like that. They do. And then there's the, what do you call it? So the goat cheese. There's a little rosemary. There's a sound effect that I clicked 20 minutes ago, and it's finally playing. Hey, a bunch of people have walked in. Let's say hi.
Hello, my classics. It's Chely Shoehart, the chef supervisor. How did the training go?
Good. People learn things. Then at some point, you're like kind of gauging how their brain is absorbing things. And then at some point you go, they did it. They got it. And it's exciting. Look who else walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. You look a little tired today, Mike. Oh, yeah, I am a little bit, but...
And here's today's podcast picture.
I'm a little tired. This has happened my whole life. I'm tired of something else. And I'm tired of when you answer the phone and people are so used to hearing you all up and happy, full of energy. Ooh, ah. And then you answer the phone. Oh, hey, Basil. What up? And you answer the phone like, hello? And they go, and people go, I'm sorry. Did I wake you? And my first instinct is to go, no. Like, why would you say that? Why does everybody ask that? But you should just roll with it. Go, yeah, I was fast asleep. In fact, it's the only chance I've had to sleep all week, and you just woke me up, you piece of pasta. Delicious pasta. Woo. Let's look at a podcast picture, shall we? Because it's the thing we do at this time of the show. So let's see. I think we should go with a somewhat recent picture. Oh, I did do a very funny little video that I showed to a couple people. I was sitting during my break from work. The passive-aggressive jobs that I have. I have 2 jobs, and there's a lot of passive-aggressivity going on. Because people won't tell you straight exactly what it is that they're, what the issue is. Instead, they just kind of drag you around and leave you without any communication. That's what I was basically saying on the last show. But it was a little bit better so far. We'll see. The Monday blame game is about to start. I know any second we're going to get blame game land. And there's going to be all kinds of ridiculousness. People going, why didn't you do this? How come? I'm going to no, I haven't gotten an okay. I would love to post a podcast picture from my cousin in Germany who went to Ireland. Got some great pictures. But I don't want to do that because I didn't get her okay. We won't do that. We'll go something I posted a picture of. This is taken at, Alameda. That's right. This was over at the Bay Farm Island. There's a place called Bay Fair in the San Leandro area that's somewhat close to this area. But there was a nice little sunset going on, and I'll post that now because it's Monday, and that's the energy I have. But did I wake you up? No, I've been awake. Here we go. We're doing the show. I got a little tired of the Bay Area. I know a couple times I've talked about on this show how I'm getting sick of the Bay Area, sick of the traffic, sick of the high prices, and the crazy expensive restaurants. Oh my God, you cannot be serious you're charging that amount. So on Friday night, my lovely lady friend and I, we were cooking stuff. She cooked this great muffin recipe I was telling you about, and she found it online, and we made that. I made these pork chops, baked them in the oven, and they were delish. Oh, so good. Bought the pork chops at Costco, and then did the whole seasoning and whatnot, and put some flour on them so they were kind of crunchy. And then we had some mashed potatoes that we made. We put chives in the mashed potatoes. So good. Oh, I know I'm making you hungry, and I apologize. But pretty much we used, instead of cream, we used a little bit of almond milk in it to just get it a little creamy. Oh, I think we even did we put coconut? No, we didn't put coconut milk in that. But, a little bit of something. I'm telling you right now, you buy too much milk. I know you do because I did. I would buy a gallon of milk. I would go to Costco and buy the 2-gallon thing, and then force myself to drink that much milk, and I'd feel like crap all the time. And, oh, Mike, you're lactose intolerant. My friend, I talked to a nutritionist, and he said to me, basically everybody gets lactose intolerant as you get older. And here I am, middle-aged, and I know you love listening to middle-aged men discussing these things. Oh, it's so fun. But let me just impart some wisdom on you. Literally wean yourself off the milk, will ya? You don't need it. The cows appreciate it. Okay, if you don't so much use their milk, maybe they'll be able to go around and eat some more grass and turn it into milk. I don't know. But, when you're younger, yeah, they say you need milk. That's true. But the older you get, not so much. And you get calcium other ways. I guess you take Now I'm off into the speculation world, and I don't have a nutritionist in Café Anyway to explain. But at any rate, I felt so much better when I dropped milk. I really did. Anyway. Café Anyway. And almond milk, I know, is not milk. It's almond soaked in water, and you use the, what do you call it, cheesecloth, and you get all the essence out of the almond. I got it. Okay? But some things are not to be taken literally. It looks white like milk, thus, almond milk. The Germans have a wine called Liebfrau Milch. And that's also got milk in the title. Milch. Like Germans have fun ways of saying words. That's not really milk either, so shut up! At any rate, and you hate almond milk because you're mad at almonds for some reason. Just let it go. My whole point is, we made this delicious dinner, and at one point I look, and she made this fantastic salad with avocado in it, and I know Kevin is going, this is such a Whole Foods segment of this show. No, because none of this was bought at Whole Foods, Kevin. None. And various other places, Trader Joe's, Costco, there might have been even some Safeway involved, I don't know. But various places. Was there a farmer's market involved? No, because farmers markets need to get with it and use Square. Some do in the Bay Area, some are hip to it, but a lot of them are like, no, cash only. Screw you. I'm tired of the cash only stuff. I don't live in that world, okay? Hey, Mike, you're being mean to the small business owner. No. Emphatically, they've taken over.
No.
The credit card people. And this is the word. They offer you points. What are you going to do? They've made me drink the Kool-Aid. But my point being, I look at this meal that we've created, and I say to my lovely lady friend, at a restaurant anywhere in the Bay Area, this would cost at least $40. This delicious meal. $40 right now. I'm telling you.
Wow, 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 wow.
So expensive. And I'm going to use one more sound effect because this will probably be the last sound effect I can play off of what we call a button bar. And I won't be able to the rest of the week because I still got to train one of the guys 2 more days. And that's going to make this impossible to do this show during this time. Because I got to explain every little freaking thing to him. And that's how I am. It's called being a teacher. I love to teach. So my point is, with my lovely lady friend, even though I despise the way restaurants cost so much money, the way I despise the taxes we have, taxes upon taxes here in California, the way I despise the way people drive and fly through red lights so dangerously or drive way too slow in the Bay Area, I still, when I met my lovely lady friend, I found another reason why I should stay in the Bay Area. And as I told John, who is a listener to this podcast, I told him, now I am in a pro Bay Area mood. And I've always loved the Bay Area. But living here for almost 9 years, I started to get a little down on it. But now I think I'm pro Bay Area again. So there you go. That was why I just wanted to point that out. It's sometimes you need to reevaluate. When you're thinking, I got to get out of here. I got to move. I know so many people who have moved and then they regretted it. If you do move, you need to have a plan about moving back. Because a lot of people love to move back. I left California. I came back. It just, see what it is. Maybe it's something in your own life that you can change that doesn't require the rash move of moving. As we go outside of Café Anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Okay, Jesus never mentioned... There is this pastor on... I work for a station that has religious programming and pastor sermons. And there's this one pastor... I've talked about this on the podcast before. A lot of churches, they need money. So they pull the Rapture card out. And that is, they take the book of Revelations, which was written, a lot of biblical scholars say that book is cray-cray. The book, did I just call Book of the Bible cray-cray? Is that sacrilegious? No, I'm talking about the book of Revelations. There's a lot of mystery around it. Some people just say, nope, John wrote it. John, one of the apostles, wrote it. No, the more you dig, the deeper you dig. You see, there is a lot of questions involving this book. I have talked to religious scholars. I knew a guy who went through seminary school. I love discussing this book because when I was 12 years old, the Baptist school that I went to school at used Revelations to scare the crap out of us purposefully. They had several movies that they made, like the Left Behind series that Cameron did, that scare you into thinking, okay, everybody's going to be lifted up into the clouds. That is a Christian, and if you're not a certified absolute Christian, you'll be left behind on earth and you will suffer a horrible fate, and there'll be torture, and it'll be basically apocalypse is what it is. That's where the word comes from and all that. So, and the 4 horsemen. How you guys doing? 4 horsemen here. So my point is that whenever a pastor pulls the Revelations card out, the Rapture card, I know they're trying to get some moolah. They're trying to get some money. They're trying to cash in. They already don't have to pay taxes, but I don't know, maybe they want to buy a new van or something. And they need that money. So it's the Revelations. I call it the defibrillation. Defibrillation because they're trying to bring money back into get the heart beating to pump more money into the church. That's my point. That's the way I see it, and I get really this one pastor who uses the Rapture all the time. The pastor uses the Rapture. He says that Jesus never mentioned the Rapture. He said it himself, this pastor said this, that Jesus himself, with a capital H, never mentioned the rapture. And I thought, wow, well, at least he admits it. And Jesus had reasons other than scare tactics to bring people to God. That's all I'm saying is I don't like the motivation. I don't know if I've made this clear enough, but I run out of time and I need to end the show. So please, what do you think about all this? Are you just like, nope, the rapture's happening right now? And believe me, I've been hearing this for 30 years. When I was a little kid, they shoved the rapture. Oh, the end of the world is coming by 1982. That's what they told us. 82. The world was going to end. Yeah. And the credit cards thing. That was all doled out by Satan himself. Oh, just don't get me started. When people talk about the end of the world, I'm just, go off and live in your sci-fi world. That's great for science fiction, the Sci-Fi Channel, and all that. That's wonderful. But don't come at me thinking that's real and get that aluminum hat off your head, and then we can talk about things like real humans. At any rate, 336MM Daily is my phone number, 336MM Daily here at Café Anyway. And we're outside of Café Anyway, and we're outside of the show, so let's end it. You can go to mikesdailypodcast.com to find out all the links to where to listen to the show and the emails and whatnot. mikesdailypodcast.com. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. It'll probably be, well, hopefully there'll be a show. I got to train someone, tomorrow anyway, so I don't know. Maybe it'll work out. We'll see. But hopefully I'll get to do a new show for you soon. Thank you so much for listening to this wonderful little romp through some stuff.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!